Your car breaks down, or you lose your job, or an unexpected medical bill shows up. None of that is rare. It's actually the most predictable thing in personal finance. Something unplanned will happen. The only question is whether you have to go into debt to deal with it. So, how do you plan for the unexpected? That's what an emergency fund is for. And how big yours should be isn't just a guess, there's a real number to aim for. Welcome to What is Money 101, the channel that breaks down personal finance terms that sound complicated but really aren't. Every video, we take one term you've probably heard but maybe couldn't fully explain and break it down in plain English. No jargon, no fluff, just what you actually need to know. Today's question: what is an emergency fund and how big should it be? Let's get into it. An emergency fund is cash set aside specifically to cover unexpected expenses or a loss of income, kept separate from your regular spending money and separate from money you've invested. The key word is cash, not stocks, not crypto, not your retirement account. This money needs to be available immediately, without the risk of having lost value the day you need it, and without penalties for pulling it out early. Here's why that distinction matters. If your only cushion is invested in the stock market, and the market happens to be down 20% the same month you lose your job, you're forced to sell at a loss just to cover rent. An emergency fund exists to break that chain, so a bad month never has to become a bad year. So, how big should it actually be? The standard guidance is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Not your full income, what it actually costs to keep the lights on. Rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments, transportation. Where you land in that range depends on your situation. If you have a stable job, dual income in your household, and no dependents, 3 months is often enough. If you're self-employed, the sole income earner, work in a volatile industry, or support a family, lean towards 6 months or even more. Here's a simple way to calculate it. Add up your essential monthly expenses. Then multiply by however many months fits your risk level. If your essentials run $3,000 a month and you want a 4-month cushion, your target is $12,000. Where should it live? Not under your mattress, and not mixed into your checking account, where it's easy to accidentally spend. A separate high-yield savings account is the standard answer. It stays liquid, it's federally insured, and it earns some interest while it waits. One more thing. Build it before you invest aggressively, and before you aggressively pay down low-interest debt. It's the foundation everything else sits on. Without it, a single bad month can force you to rack up high-interest credit card debt or sell investments at exactly the wrong time. So that's an emergency fund explained. To recap, it's 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, kept in cash, in an account you can access instantly, the buffer that keeps a bad month from turning into a financial setback. If this made something click, do me a favor. Hit like, drop a comment with any questions or topics you want explained next, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. This channel only works if more people find it. So, sharing genuinely helps. Next up, what is compound interest? The concept Einstein allegedly called the eighth wonder of the world. And the real reason starting early matters more than almost anything else. See you in the next one.